Hey, it's Rainman from Reddit Mist. Got a war recap. We faced up against Blood Diamond, a French clan. They were a bit better than our usual opponents. Uh, we had the victory clinched up about 90 minutes out. They were a two-star clan for the most part. They got lucky with a few three-star go wipes or attacking down. I believe Key was hit by their number one, which was a Town Hall 10. They weren't rushed. They only had one Town Hall 10 to our none. So a much fairer matchup than our last opponent. We didn't even touch their Town Hall 10. We were more concerned about punching the win. We were down 2 attacks from the get-go because we had someone up and leave. He wanted to start a flame war and then dipped out. Had some trouble getting their top Town Hall 9s. Through the middle, we did a little bit better, left a few. And I believe we cleaned up all the Town Hall 8s with some Town Hall 9s dropping down to clinch up the win. I'm going to start with Bass hitting number 8 with Hogs. The Archer Queen here, sort of on the edge, but has a chance of jumping back inside. So he's going to bring some giants for her. I really like how he did the lure. There's giant bombs down here. He drops a giant to tank, some hogs on each side to take out those buildings and trigger those 2 giant bombs. Sits his anger out on the side. He's doing a CC kill over here to use his kill squad to come in and help take out the Archer Queen. He's down a hero, so he's got to use all of the tips and tricks to maximize his kill squad's effectiveness. Drops this wizard off on the side, trying to get the witch. Alright, so he drops a couple giants. Queen's going to see him, jump out, drops another one. He wants to make sure she doesn't have a chance to turn around and run back in. Breaks the wall open so his troops have somewhere to go, just in case. The queen jumps back in the wall, but the wizard's going to take her out. He didn't even need his barking. He does sort of a staggered drop. Uses 4 hogs up here. There's a couple more giant bombs. He's going to take out this cannon. They're going to split, trigger those. Now he's dealt with all the giant bombs. And he's got his main hog attack force sitting in a heal. And I believe he has another heal for these guys down here. He's covering the core because that mortar couldn't hit him and that wizard tower was hitting hogs that were sitting in the heal. It was a great placement of heals, getting the most out of it. Got a few hogs left, but still maximizing his heal's effectiveness. Getting the hogs he needs in the heal to stand in it, but not worrying about the ones that aren't getting hit. Last defense is going to go down. The king's there hitting on them. They're going to take out this cannon, try to kill these skeletons, but they're not going to quite get to the Barb King. But since he protected his kill squad so well, there's no chance this isn't going to be a 3-star. Everything inside the base is already taken out. He's got troops circling around. Take care of cleanup. These witches are in the Barb King are taking out the enemy king. Just an all-around clean attack. Loved how he diffused all the giant bomb possibilities. Good job, Bass. Next attack guy for you guys is Thug Nasty, hitting number 9 with a Shattered Laloon. Gets it started on the side with a couple golems. He's trying to give his heroes time to get in there and do some work. Gets this funnel created nice and early. He opens up the wall, but he really didn't need to if he's bringing the jump there. Maybe he could have put it further in. I don't know. Now, normally when you bring 2 golems, you're going to take out 2 air defenses. But he kind of needs one of these air defenses to stay up because they're level 6 and it's going to take a bit more firepower on his lava hounds to pop 3 lava hounds. So gets it in there. I really love the timing on everything for this attack. This lava hound is going to start traveling across to the other one just in time to start tanking these wizard towers for these balloons coming up to hit them. Lava Loon is extremely overpowered, but you have to have the timings down. Otherwise, everything just falls apart. And he does a real good job of getting everything tanked at the appropriate times to get his lava hounds in there. See what I mean about normally you'd have 2 air defenses gone? You might not have gotten that last hound to pop if you'd only brought 1 golem. He probably could have accomplished what he needed to with 1 golem. But with level 6 air defenses, you can get away with a bit more. And the way he did it, he has pups all over the place. And a bunch of balloons survived. Totally wrecked it. Good job, Thug Nasty. Alright, next deck I have for you guys is Sisterkin. Deck number 11 with a Cold Blood Lawlin. Now this base is, a style that we see kind of often, not necessarily this wall layout, but sort of clumps of defenses in the corners, and then sort of an empty core with their expos in it. And I really love the way he pulls off this attack. It's really clean and just totally wrecks it. Starts by bringing a golem and some wall breakers to get in. Doesn't have to worry about splash. Starts the funnel. As soon as this funnel is created, he's going to send in his heroes. So his goal here is this Archer Queen and this air defense. Everything else is, sort of a bonus. He has a, well, he also is getting the CC lure. He really had all of these things right here, close and easy to get to from this one side. It's not a great design, but better design base than we typically see. Kind of got lucky and got 2 good wars in a row. All right, so this whole section is cleared out, and he sends 1 lava hound in on each of these others, and looms behind it with a rage, and it takes out that whole section. And it just repeats it for each side, and has a bunch of loons left over to start working into the core to take stuff out. Also, the air sweeper is pointed south, where the obvious ground component for a lava loon would occur. Really not sure what the logic for this base design was. He gets all of his lava hounds to pop. He's sending one lava hound on each one, and all it has to do is tank long enough to take out this clump of defenses, and then all these balloons will clump up on the air defenses. It's a great thought out attack. Totally wrecked it. Has troops all over the place taking care of stuff. He really took the time to think out the attack for that base, and then it showed. All right, next attack is going to be me hitting number 15 with Cold Blood Hogs. The giant bombs are pretty obvious. There's 2 double giant bombs in the south. Go ahead and take them out with the lure. I wasn't exactly sure that I got everything because I didn't notice the weight, so I sent a couple more hogs in, but they popped some Teslas and didn't even get in range. I don't think. So I get the lure, drop an archer, trying to bring the witch out a little bit more. Go ahead and start dropping my witches and with barbs for distraction. This guy has both of his heroes down here, a wide open area. Don't need to jump or wall breakers or anything. Drop the golem because my kill squad is kind of dying. Go ahead and get him in there. Start creating this funnel. Alright, and right about here I send my Barb King in before he gets distracted going sideways, and he's gonna go right for that Archer Queen and take her out. Queen's already on her too. And now I'm just gonna wait until these 2 defenses are taken out. So I can do a 4-finger drop on the Archer Tower and cannons just a little bit further out to the side without them straying into the middle. Then go in the hogs, they all go in really fast. And I know that this giant bomb hadn't popped, but I have my hogs covered. They're standing in a heal when it goes off. And most of them bunch up in the middle, still standing in heels while dealing with the Expos and the Wizard Towers. Got another heal form there, just so they're full health. They have a bunch of point defense hitting them. And then they split up and very quickly take out the rest of the defenses. I had another heal in the bag that I didn't use, just in case I needed it, but all the giant bombs are defused at this point, and I had hogs everywhere, so I thought I'd save it. And then a lot of my kill squad died, because my main goal was taking out the south compartment, but because I did that, I had so many hogs alive that it didn't matter. Alright, now we're going to drop down to the Town 08s with Hi, I'm Goku hitting number 29. Alright, so he's bringing a hog attack. And he sends in 3 hogs, takes out this archer tower, and they go over to this cannon and trip a giant bomb, plus getting the CC lure. It's a great use of 3 hogs right there. Drops an archer. Love these corner builder huts. Makes anchoring so easy. Gets his witches down early. Now the dragon's just going to turn around and target skeletons for the whole time. And he sends in all of his hogs in on this compartment, protecting his kill squad, which is great. He does have all of his wizards down, so I can't drop them later around the base. So it's good that he protected them. You don't want all of your kill squad to die. The thing that really helps with hog attacks and keeping your kill squad alive is it cuts down travel distance, because the hogs are going to end up on the other side of the base, and if you're able to send in your hogs from the same side, they protect the kill squad, and the kill squad is going to work around behind them. And so your hogs will clean up what they have at the end, but not much is left where they came from. He's out of heals right now. He's got his hogs standing in heals. This wizard is about to take out this cannon over here, so they're standing in a heal, dealing with skeletons and the Barb King. It's always great to see that. King didn't stand a chance. You see what I mean? This whole half of the base is gone. So his hogs don't have to travel back and forth to get to everything. So if you're watching this video, don't do corner builder huts. You're just going to get destroyed. Our next tech I have for you guys is President Snow hitting number 30. And a common theme right now is going to be protecting the kill squad when you can. Sends in a couple hogs, takes out this archer tower, gets the lure. And instead of a corner builder hut, he's got some sources out here. It doesn't really matter what building you put on the corner. The whole idea is wasting time, particularly with dragon attacks, because dragons are pretty slow. Drops a CC out here with the witches in it. Wizards all around. Normally I would have liked to do it out here, but he did a good job moving it a little bit further away from the gold storage, because you don't want your kill squad to get distracted by a high hit point building. You want them targeting the enemy CC. His hogs kind of go around the heel, which isn't great. And this whole group is all low health. Got a bad split, but he protected his kill squad, and he's got 5 wizards left in the bag. So he'll be alright. All his hogs here are low health, and the wizard's just going to shred them. And most of them aren't going to make it to this heal spell, especially with the Barb King sitting right there. Heal spell's dead, or down. He's got this archer tower, which he's about to take out, and then 1 more point defense and 1 splash left to deal with. Witches are great for distraction, but the wizard does eventually take him out. Wizard tower. But he's got wizards everywhere, so he's going to be alright. Barb King's going to come in and handle up on the rest of this. Already raged him, but once his point defense goes down and the wizard tower was distracted, it's easy work. All right. Next attack for guys is Mary Brooks, hitting number 31 with a Golo wipe, counterweight Golo wipe. A little bit lower level base, I believe. Actually, it's got a lot of max counterweight, I guess, except for these cannons. I think the cannons, the only thing that weren't. Maybe the Teslas too. Drop some hogs to lure the CC. That way you're not dealing with it while you're going into the base. I probably would have brought them up top because that's where she sends in the rest of her troops. So anything that she sends in on the kill squad is kind of sacrificed. Tries to bunch them up. The witch kind of makes that a little difficult. I like that dropping the archer right there, getting all the skeletons bunched up with the wizards. Probably could have went ahead and started with a kill right then. Drop some wizards. Maybe would have saved a few barbs for distraction to drop right on top of them, but they take it out quick enough. Just the rest of these are being sacrificed. Really would have preferred to see them up here. Drop some golems and some wall breakers. Breaks right into all of these sections. So there's only 3 compartments that her troops don't have access to already, and that's down here and in the core. Gets her golems going in. Becca's going to town. And she's got some loons for the back end. Maybe didn't need the loons on this particular attack. There's not a lot of compartments. But it definitely means that the main component of the attack could very easily go in and take care of business. Alright, and now all of the air defenses are down. You can start sending in loons. I believe she starts sending in loons from over in this area. And probably wait a little too longer. As soon as all those air defenses are down, directly add the defenses, 2 loons, 2 loons, 2 loons, 2 loons. And they would have worked their way in. As a rage form, probably could have used that for the regular troops. Like I said, it was a good attack strategy to use on this base. Wide open, troops can just walk all the way around for the most part. And then right at the end, the loons are going to real easy be able to get in here and start taking out some of these, probably 2 at a time. Loons are great for bunched up gold mines and electric collectors. Going fast forward to the end. Alright, last attack I have for guys is the Gab, hitting number 37 with hogs. Now this is a base that most people wouldn't try to hog. He's got double giant bomb compartments in there. It's really spread out. Traps can be anywhere. But he doesn't care. He sends them in anyway. Gets the lure, gets his anchor down early. Not a bad thing for this army camp to go down, gives them more room to work. But there's no defenses left over here that can take out his kill squad. Drop some barbs for distraction, and then the CC witches and some wizards. And then start sending in hogs, and he sort of scatters them out a little bit, taking out all of this line of defenses. All of them are going into the core, and he's got a heal for them. It's one giant bomb triggered, then another. They weren't even together. Has another heal for the back end of the core. And has one more heal. You're going to drop it over here just in case there's, I don't know, he probably didn't even need to drop it, to be honest. He's got the heal ready, so the hogs are standing in the heal when they turn around and deal with the king, which is a good use for it. Didn't need it, could have held on to it. He had all the giant bombs taken care of with his first 2 heals. And then it's just a matter of cleanup. It drops wizards around the base. Really makes his base go down very fast. I believe this base is more of an anti-dragon, spreading everything out. This all around not a good design. This is a style base that Holo became real popular on. But at Town 08, it's kind of hard to have the ring of defenses close or far enough away from the air defenses for Holo to be really effective. You have to use way more loons at Town 08. All right, well, we have our next matchup. That marked our 20th in a row. Our matchup has a lot of rushed bases. Like when you start seeing Town 09s above Town 10s, and then more Town 10s further down, and even more, one at 30, and then some Town 08s. You know it's going to be a rushed war. Let's look at some random troop levels just for an example of the kind of stuff they're going to be able to do to us. I'm seeing a lot of Town 08 level defenses, Town 07 level defenses. It's a Town 09 with expos. Yeah, level 3 loons. I mean, probably going to see a bunch of giant healers with some, whiz for DPS. Low level spells as well. Now we had 2 good wars in a row. Might have been asking a little too much to have 3. But this is kind of ridiculous. This one at least has, level 6 giants, but level 1 heroes. All the Destruct troops are level 1. He only has up to Valkyries, and he's a Town 10. It's really sad. We're not concerned at all about winning this war. Let's look at their clan description. They got a bunch of Asian characters. I can't read that. It says they're international, probably some sort of Asian clan. It's only level 4. Most of the decent clans right now are going to be level 5, but it's not going to be a difficult war for us. Let's go look at some of the top ones. I'm curious what level Infernos they have. Because that's going to be where we should probably struggle a little bit more, is dealing with the bases that have Infernos. Alright, so their top base is level 1 Infernos. So not too worried. That's probably going to be a Goji Weeby. The Inferno Towers do cover each other, which is less than ideal for Town 08 or Town 09 going up to hit them. But this one actually has a level 2 Inferno. Now this would be a good candidate for Goji Weeby for sure. Singles, level 1. And I don't know, maybe Hogs. I don't know if the air defenses are high enough to Law Lunate. Maybe Law Lunate. Or Witches, actually. This one only, I think, has the 1 Inferno Tower. So we're dealing with... Alright, and here's a legit Town 09. Might be maxed. I think it's a max Town 09, except for walls. And then right back to Town 10s. Yeah, so a lot of rush bases. Not sure how many of the Town 10s we're going to be able to 3-star, but looking at their troop levels, again, it's not going to matter. They're probably not going to even be able to 2-star most of our bases. They don't even have Go Wipe for the most part. So I guess I'll see all you guys on the other side for 21. I'm out.